To identify the impetus level for both impulses as well as corrections are what's going to be demonstrated here. The date, Wednesday, July 26, 2023. And what I've done thus far is I have already drawn up my impulse here. It's 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let me use my tool here. So here is an very generic Elliott wave. So here are my 5 waves. Here's the 4th wave, and this is where my impetus level is. So I'm going to identify it. And to use the fib to ensure or as a guide as to the correct impetus markup, I'm going to use my fib from the bottom of this trend to the top. And right here, my fib is at the 50%. I wonder if I was trying to keep from extending it to the right. Oh, okay, maybe this will work. All right, cool. All right, so here to here. All right, so here's my impetus, and it's at the 50%. So the 4th wave can be found anywhere between the 236 and the 50% on the fib. So the 236 to the 50%, and I don't want to do that. There we go. All right, cool. So it's in this area where the impetus level can be identified, again between the 236 and the 50%. And then also I'm going to remove this so that I can add another step here. So when identifying like oh boy, okay, I'm all out of sorts here. Okay, I'm gonna get this. I'm manipulating this a little bit, however. I want to get this good for my demonstration as well as documentation purposes. All right, something along that line. Okay, so hopefully I can remember the gist of it. All right, so this is like my main triangle, the impetus level being here. And so with every impulse, which is in the 0 to 1, the 2 to 3, and the, wait, hold on a second, 0 to 1. Let me just do this. It'll be easier. So path tool. So here's an impulse. There are going to be 5 waves in every impulse. And then this right here would be a correction. This 1 to 2 is a correction. And so there would be 3 waves in it. And I don't want to get too ahead with the corrections. So, and for every impulse, so there would also be like 5 waves here, 3 here, and 5 waves here. So for my impetus level at the 4, there is another wave. So this would be like a fractal level. And so 5 waves can be found in here. And then again, to identify the impetus level, which would be my 4th wave here, and I would again use the fib tool from here to here, and my impetus level falls between the 236 and the 50%. So I'm going to put that in here. I should have, however, I forgot. So I'm going to say the 236 to 50% fib. All right, cool. So I got that in, and then I'm going to erase this so that I have room for the other side. Maybe I'll keep this one up here. Put that one back. Bring this in. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this to put this here. And I wish I had this preloaded. Goodness gracious. My fault. Let's do blue. Maybe. And all right, cool. All right, I'm gonna let that be. And then I have a correction, and it's 3 waves. So impulse, correction, impulse. So a correction has 3 waves, and the impetus can be found at the B level. So right here is my B, and I'm gonna use the Elliott wave tool to identify it. So here is my B, and then I'm going to fib it from top to bottom here. And a correction on the fib can be identified between the 50 and the 286. All right, so again, the impetus can be found between the 50% and the 786. And so for this one, it's near the 786. So I am going to identify this particular zone right here. And also, so again, like right here, there is an impulse within this 5 waves. And so, okay, and so in this B to C wave, I'm just going to go ahead and use the current impulse and identify 5 waves here. Oops. I did that the wrong way. Why am I doing this wrong? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, stop. Okay, so I struggled putting my 5 waves on there. So anyways, I went ahead and used the Elliott wave tool to identify that although this is 3 waves here, there are 2 sets of 5. So this would be 5, this will be 3, and then this would be 5. And so right here would be the impetus level for the second triangle. So let me identify the first triangle here, and then my second one would appear something of the sort. I'm going to manipulate this a little bit, and then my impetus level would be here at the 4th wave, and then I'm going to take this off so that it can be seen easier. So I'm going to fib from, did it catch it? From B to C, and the fib is at the 382 for the 4th wave for this particular triangle. And remember, the 5th wave, or this of a 5 wave move, the impetus can be found at the 382 to 50%, and right here this is at the 236 to 50%, and my impetus level here is at the 382. So again, it falls between here and here. All right, cool. So seems like I'm missing something. Oh, so I want to put on here the fib measurement for a correction, 50 to 786% fib, and I want to actually put this on here for it, as well as hopefully I can get this. Oh, I got it the first time. Nice. Okay. So 3 waves here, 5 waves there for the second triangle, and yeah, so that is it, and how to identify the impetus level using the fib for an impulse as well as a correction.